Hey everyone, happy Sunday. I'm excited to tell you about today's story. It actually took place back in 1991. It would have been September of 1991. My oldest daughter was a couple of months old, and I had not ventured from home very far. My first time mom and stuff, I was real nervous about that. So we had decided we were going to go out of town. Now, one of the issues I had was I was actually breastfeeding, so I had to take all the breastfeeding pump and stuff with me as we went, and we decided to go to a concert. So it was my husband and I, my sister, and then my brothers and their spouses all went to this concert in Memphis. It was a Huey Lewis and the News concert. I don't know if any of y'all remember Huey Lewis and the News, and their featured song on the album was All I Want Is a Couple Days Off. So we were really excited about this trip. We had borrowed a van from my sister-in-law so we all could ride together, have a big old time as we went to Memphis. So we were over there and went to the concert. We were in the concert. My husband was sitting on one side and my brother was sitting on the other side. We got down to the last song, which of course was the finale, and it was All I Want Is a Couple Days Off. And so we were up and we were dancing and stuff, and of course throwing arms around, and my brother accidentally elbows me in the breast. And so when he did, now you have to understand, I was dressed for the concert. I was not wearing any breast pads because that didn't look good, right? And so I just had this little tank top on, of course my bra, and then just a little shirt over it. Well, when he punched me, of course I was to that point where I was it was time to breast pump. He hits me with his elbow, and when he did, I started squirting milk through my shirt, through my bra, through my shirt, and it was coming out. So I put my hand on my breast and I started running up the aisle to go to the bathroom. So I get to the bathroom and I'm like, okay, paper towels, thinking paper towels, and I go over to the paper towel holder and I start winding them out, you know, and of course these paper towels are those old cheap ones that are just like paper, right? So I'm wringing them out and stuffing them in my shirt, trying to get everything to stop, and it finally did. So I go back out of the bathroom and go in the concert, and of course what did I realize? The concert was over. Finale had already taken place. Everybody's coming up the aisle. I'm swimming upstream to try to find my peeps. And so I'm going up the aisle, and I finally get to my people, and I'm like, oh, so that makes me so mad I missed the finale. So we go and we walk out to the car, and I'm hurrying, scurrying to get the breast pump because, of course, I'm concerned about the other side at this point too. Because if you've been a breastfeeding mom, you know once letdown happens, it usually happens on both sides, right? So I'm getting the breast pump hooked up and stuff, get the little bottle on there, and as soon as I get that thing started, I mean, I'm filling up the bottle. Well, what I had forgot was, what am I going to do with this milk once I get it in the bottle? So I'm thinking, okay, I'm not prepared for this. I'm just going to have to dispose of it. Now, by this time, okay, we're already in the car, we're already moving, we're trying to get through this traffic, you know how it is after a concert and stuff. And so, I mean, it's bumper to bumper. We have actually come to an intersection where this street's trying to merge into the street that we're, or line of traffic that we're in. This side street's right next to our van, all right? So I get this bottle full of milk, and I'm going, oh no, what am I supposed to do with this milk? I said, I haven't thought about what I'm supposed to do with this milk. I said, I gotta dispose of it. So I roll down the window, and what do? I just toss the milk out the window. But what I had not even thought about was that this car was in this cross street, was close enough, and when I did, I chucked that breast milk all over this car. Now, this car, you have to understand, which I didn't think about it when I tossed the milk out the window, is like some big old car, like an Oldsmobile or a Cadillac. I don't know my cars, so something big, and it had these curved feelers on the tires, and you know, all gussied up and everything. And I'm like, after I've tossed the milk out the window, I'm looking at the person in the window, and I can tell they are really mad. So the only thing I knew to do was turn to my husband and say, get the heck out of here. I've done thrown the breast milk on this car over here. So he's trying to hurry, you know how you'll do. And so anyway, we finally get out on the freeway. Of course, I'm still pumping breast milk as we're out on the freeway, and all I'm thinking was my life has just flashed before my eyes because this guy was ready to jump out of this car, beat the crap out of us. So anyway, finally get all that taken care of and we get on our way home. Now you're saying, how does this story relate to pointing to him? Well, the name of the song was A Couple Days Off. It's very important for us, for our minds and our bodies, to have a day of rest. Today, of course, is the Lord's Day. It's a day of rest for me. And I think that's so important, even to go to church and to rest your mind from the world. You know, and I know some of you work really hard. You may actually work 6 or 7 days a week. You work all the time, but I think it's important for you to find time to rest. Even God rested after he created the earth, you know. So it's important to rest. So today, as you go throughout your day of rest, hopefully, or the week, find time to rest, all right? And even in your rest, I want you to point to him. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week for another story.